our first best of 5 in the playoff bracket of Season 3. Spawning in the top left, it's our red Protoss player. Playing for Psystorm Gaming in the United States of America. This is Ryan. And spawning into the bottom right, it's our blue Protoss player. Playing for Poland and Project Hive. This is PAPI. Season 1, the reverse sweep. But that was PAPI. That was not Ryan. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Let's do a little bit of predictions here and determine what we are interested in seeing. Cuckoo thinks PAPI's going to take it 3-1. Outstanding stuff. Outstanding stuff. I mean, as a caster, I'm going to try and remain as neutral as possible, but it would be unlike me to remind all of you of the following chant.
USA, USA.
Oh, oh gosh. A gurgle in my throat, telling me to stop. Thorn, absolutely right. NA is greater than EU is greater than Korea. That truer words have never been spoken. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm mad. I'm just disappointed that neither one of these are forges. Yo, Omega, thanks for tuning in. Currently, the bot is not working. I might have to remove the bot commands. Not quite sure why that is down, but having a bit of problem here. All right, Ryan. Ryan's gonna... I don't believe that Ryan won't go for cannons at some point in this series. That just doesn't seem like his MO. But I would believe that he's gonna pocket it and wait for an opportune moment to flex those cannons. He is already going into a Twilight Council, and that is a marked difference from his opponent, PAPI, who is coming in with a Nexus. Ooh, okay. Gonna get those adepts up at the top of the ramp. They're not gonna be able to find much more than scouting information. PAPI gonna try and track one down. One of those adepts does get picked off. Here comes. Here comes the thing. Here comes. Nothing works. Oh, no. Oh, it's a DT shrine. All right. I like that. Sorry, not focused on this engagement here. As, oh boy, okay. Oh, he grabs all of the sentries. All of them. 3 sentries. That's a huge amount of gas gone here. PAPI is in a little bit of a hurting spot right now. Ultimately, the Phoenix is going to be able to get over here and see the scout incoming, but what kind of vision is he going to find? He's not really going to see much of anything. Hasn't even seen the... Okay. Oh, this is actually beautiful. I love this. Ryan selling the Twilight Council here. Yeah, he even chronos it. A full sell. Amazing. Yeah, this should actually be a really, really positive start here. Now, a forge going down for PAPI should help make this more doable, especially since... wait, no, he didn't scout this, did he? No. Okay. Especially since now the option for cannons is on the table. That's going to at least provide detection. But I think it might be a bit too late here. The first DTs are already up and out. Is this just an auto GG? I mean, there's no way he doesn't get cannons fast enough. And he doesn't have a robotics facility. This is just an auto GG. Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna start killing this army. Here come the stalkers. Oh, this is too much. This is too much. He's not even building cannons at this point. The shield battery overcharge immediately picked off. These probes are already under fire. He's just waiting to try and get an observer out as fast as he possibly can, but But this is so much damage. Yeah, I would just say Ryan would just pick off the natural, but the third base is already here. So this is actually kind of an awkward, delicate moment. Because the DTs admittedly are still strong enough to fight on their own, even with detection at this point. And Stalkers are not going to be able to trade as super efficiently with them. Oh, this is just terrible, terrible damage. Ryan, with some quick thinking here in game number 1, comes at his opponent with a unique style. Cues him up for game number 2. Feels almost like Ryan channeling a little bit of his inner A-Rog fire. Coming up with clever, interesting builds. But I think something that Ryan maybe brings to the table that A-Rog Fire misses is a little bit of unpredictability. Don't get me wrong. A-Rog Fire plays really well and has an outstanding timing and push potential for his proxy robo. But if you know that it's coming, it's something that you can plan for in a safe way that doesn't necessarily cost you a whole lot of sacrifice. So then it easily transpires itself into a nice little setup. You can prepare for something that you know is going to be pushing at your base, set up some of your resources back at home, make your defense a little bit more manageable, and it's something that could be done. Now with Ryan is kind of pushing himself in different directions to keep his opponent on his toes. He can't just willingly send all of his minerals into static defense. He doesn't necessarily know what's coming at him. All of a sudden, if Ryan just pivots and goes, oh, okay, cool. You're just going to build cannons and shield batteries back at home? Let me just get all sorts of bases here. I'll take my third. I'll get my economy up and running because you're not going to be able to come across at me. And that seems to be what's going to be happening here in map number 2, but both players going to opt for the Nexus timing in their natural. It is almost an identical build order too. Yeah, look at these production tabs just in tandem with each other. Just feels good. So it's possible that we could see some interesting deviations here soon, and it looks like we will. PAPI going to pick up the Forge versus the Twilight Council here for Ryan. My guess would be Ryan's going to opt in. Oh, okay. No. Oh, they just flip-flopped the building order. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it seems like PAPI might be opting into the +1 timing a little bit quicker. Ryan might be opting into the blink timing a little bit earlier. My guess is it's going to be blink. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. An interesting little crisscross. But other than that, almost identical build order. Down to the timing, down to the units. There's that +1. PAPI's +1 starts a little bit sooner. Ryan's blink starts a little bit sooner. Seeing the amount of drones there is really important as well for Ryan to keep tabs on his opponent and what time he wants to build certain components of his push. But it does. Oh, the Adepts actually finished their shade. Okay. Well, rip. We don't have any major deviations yet. Ryan is going to pick up his third gas. There goes the third gas for PAPI. They're in lockstep with each other. Third base has gone down. Third base has gone down. I mean, are they basically just going to hit each other with the exact same army at the exact same time? It's entirely possible. Okay, Ryan going to put down the proxy pylon here. Kind of off and away just enough. Like, it's close enough that proxying in some slow zealots would still be advantageous. Could also just be a good reinforcement point for these stalkers, and it looks like the stalkers are going to start pushing their way across. Now, PAPI has a little hit squad of his own. Oh, are these adepts going to find this? The adepts are just going to push on through. Is there any protection back at home? No, not really. Right now, it's an Artosis pylon here up in the main base. So a few of those warp gates have been picked off. Units are going to get picked off on the opposite side here as all of those stalkers are going to get recalled from the opposite side of the map. They do get brought into the fight, and that will be kind of a scary moment here. The warp prism gets picked off here. PAPI with a decent hold here so far, but these amazing force fields for PAPI trying to defend against the red Protoss, but end up dealing some extra damage to himself. So while Ryan is going to get pushed back, he kills off 13 probes, which is not a negligible number. However, having that third base up is complicating, but Ryan has the follow-up here. He has now a drone advantage. He just needs to be able to hold this push. Will he be able to? Shield battery's not quite done. It's going to be close here. Force fields do need to help in the defense, and it's going to be a bit close here. Do we have a shield battery overcharge? We do, but it's just way too many units. The probes are going to get pulled off of the line. Some of them actually don't even get pulled into the fight. Oh, no. PAPI, though, loses one of his immortals. And not a lot of probes have gone down as of yet. Still trying to stay on top of this. Here comes the second immortal, though. Second immortal should make this a solid push. The shield battery overcharge has already been completed. This should be way too much to deal with. Ryan's going to try and sweat it out, but I don't know. This is an equalized worker count and a favorable advantage for PAPI. And this is not something that Ryan's going to be able to recover from. GG is called. We have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen. PAPI claiming game number 2. Oh, he's worried. He was thinking that that his scouting probe missed something. Wait, did it die? It did. Oh my gosh. Imagine if that would have transpired into a late cannon rush. That would have been wild. We have to go back and see how that worker died. Because we totes missed it. Well, I missed it. You guys miss it because of my miss. It's so sad. All right. We have a Stargate opener here for game number 3 for our blue Protoss player from the United States. Also, not a Terran to be seen, but who's enjoying that Terran music? I mean, you look nice, but I'd rather look at the game. Rexy, I was trying to play up whether or not there was going to be a cannon rush. Gotta create a little bit of tension here. Okay, Ryan gonna test his luck here into the mismatch of the century. Okay, nice job, nice job. Yeah, it's not a cannon rush. Like what actually happened here? We're at the 3 minute and 30 second mark. What happened? We lost a probe, And Ryan lost to Stalker. Oh my gosh. All right, Oracle does come on up. Is it going to be able to get any sizable damage done? No, it just barely gets out with its own life. There's a follow-up Twilight Council, so the push goes into a different timed push. But it does come at the cost of a slower natural. Second Oracle did sneak out, though. So this could be the damage that we are looking for Ryan. PAPI is going to scout and see the Twilight Council and the Forge here. Now, did he leave Stalker's back? He did. Ryan, though, does not quite have enough. Ooh, okay. Cute little play there. Yeah, now the decision is, what do you go after? It's going to lose both the Oracles for 8 probes. That's a bit of debatable damage here. I'm gonna pull it up on the graph. Mineral-wise, it's a wash. But losing 2 Adepts and 2 sets of probes, or and 2 sets of Oracles, not great. Not great. Third base is also admittedly very early here for Ryan. I don't think he has anything to stop this push. 8-3 versus 3-1. I'm not great at math. That's a full kill. Ryan just lets it go. Ooh, okay. So Ryan feeling confident with his Stalker count to just give up on the hold there. Interesting. Yeah, both players seem to be on similar flight paths now. That +1 ground weapons is about to finish up for Ryan. And that will give him some decent momentum. But the question is now, how is he going to be able to take advantage of it? If he's got +1, yeah, he's going to be able to get +2 a little bit faster, and that should be fine. More than likely, that's going to be our push potential here. Charge on the way as well. He's just a little bit ahead on his upgrades, which will, again, kind of force the issue over on PAPI's side of the map should Ryan make it to that point. I think he will. Don't see a reason why he would have to tap out immediately at this point. PAPI gonna go for a 4th base already? Really? Wow. Okay, that's kind of bold. Back behind it's gonna be a Dark Shrine. Ryan looks to be ramping up his production potential, but it looks as if Ryan's also gonna take the 4th base on top of it. Yeah, PAPI opting to go for the Templar Archives route. Oh, yeah. Should be an indicator that something wicked this way comes. Ryan investing a lot into that scout defense. Now, are there observers? Yeah, there are 2 observers for PAPI, so not really going to worry too much about having vision. Well, this is admittedly a good play here. Stalker hit squad going to come up and pull PAPI to the top right of his base. That is where the DTs are going to shine, but the shield battery shines brighter. DTs are immediately going to get whittled away here. Phoenix will be nice, but that's going to be the end of the story. Same thing with this Warp Prism. Warp Prism is nice, but it's not going to be near enough. Okay, now it does get cleaned up. Where is the Observer at? Okay, Observer's going to get pulled in with the army, but it's a dual recall. Holy cow. PAPI just kind of exploded here. I think Ryan needed to get more done, but he sacrificed so much to try and make that push happen. And as a result, he's kind of pigeonholing himself into a tech that is largely being combated. Cannons are not making this any easier for our blue Protoss player. And suddenly PAPI is in a pretty commanding lead here. 94 to 58. There's Archons added into the mix. Here comes a Warp Prism for aggressive warp-ins. We've got more Zealots. Ryan's going for the setup, though, with Disruptors. And this is where PAPI said that he felt very comfortable being able to manage some of that Blink Stalker Disruptor play. So this is an opportunity for our blue Protoss to bring the heat to his opponent and make him put his money where his mouth is. There we go. Oh, that is so many charged Zealots. Dead! Who doesn't even show? 12! Oh, okay. Well, that's a way to equalize the score. Wow. I just wow is the only thing I can even say. Yeah. Okay. Disruptor shots. Additional warp-ins here on both sides. It's mostly Blink Stalker, but once those disruptor shots are cleaned up, that's going to make things more complicated, but they do not get cleaned up. They continue positioning themselves on the backside. PAPI eats a giant disruptor shot. Another one does get dodged this time around, but now the charged Zealots are making themselves a little bit more oppressive. Additional Stalkers being brought in as well. There's the DT, but the Observers are in full supply. Ryan is holding here. PAPI is slowly dwindling his supply. Can Ryan hang on here? I feel as if he's in a good spot. He's picking up a 5th base behind this, but it's getting dangerously close. It's coming down to the static defense right now, and those cannons are putting in a little bit of work, but are there enough Blink Stalkers? Here comes an additional disruptor shot from behind. Some of those valuable units like the Archon and the Immortal are allowed to live. That disruptor's going to get picked off. Additional aggressive warp-ins coming in, but Ryan is slowly turning the tide here. He's utilizing all of those shield batteries, but they are depleted in their entirety now. Can PAPI get some additional warp-ins? The army value is in PAPI's favor, but Ryan once again has defender's advantage, and he has 30 additional workers. Immortal living up to its name. 12 kills in general. The Archon's got 4 kills as well. Oh my gosh, this is just so back and forth. Both players just refusing to back off. Picking off the Warp Prism is huge. PAPI doesn't have a whole lot left here, and Ryan's going to be able to capitalize on all of this, especially since his 5th base is now done. The economic advantage, very clearly in his favor. Ryan now just needs to wind up and keep on swinging. PAPI in trouble right now. His Stalkers have not a discount. They have a disadvantage on the upgrades. He has a disadvantage on the economy. Army size is now going very quickly into Ryan's favor. This is all turning up very confidently for our blue Protoss player, but PAPI looking to deal a little bit of economic damage here, but he's going to get a lot done. 30 workers is nothing to be trifled with. Well, he hasn't fully defended on his third base location, but the fourth base has been protected. Okay, so he did get vision of that fifth base location, and there is no fifth base yet for PAPI. It's starting to look a little bit dire. As Ryan's now going to push across the map into the loving arms of his opponent. DG Blink just about finished up. Shadow Stride is the name of that. That Immortal will finally not live up to its name. Additional disruptors being brought in to this fight. It's only a matter of time before they shoot. There they go. A big pile up here on those units. The Immortal is going to get weakened down. Additional Stalkers getting blasted out of the sky here. Blink is going to have to go back and forth here. No additional Zealots to aid in that defense, so these units are going to be very exposed here. Disruptors not attacking, but do land some really good shots here in the end. PAPI should be running out of gas here any moment. His own Disruptor picks up a few of his own, but unfortunately, too little, too late. Ryan on the verge of match point here, moving into the grand finals, needs to win one more game if he wants to advance over PAPI. It would be his first trip and the first North American to ever advance to the finals of a junior championships. Yeah, PAPI's got to be breathing a sigh of relief that there was not a forge. But Ryan now does see the unique opening here from PAPI. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see that pylon finish. He's gonna drop another one. All right. Oh, he's gotta be careful. Probe getting tangled up there. Both players going one gateway only. So this will inevitably lead into a quicker nexus. I thought maybe Ryan would try and sneak one more pylon down, but instead he's gonna get out with his 20 shields and 5 health. Just make things a little bit easier and breezier. Yo, Dricket, thank you so much, dude. Making it sprinkle today. I'm firmly confident that you are now the reason it is raining in Iowa today, because it's just you making it sprinkle. Folks, also, while this game boils up here, it is a Stargate opener here for Ryan. Ryan going to try and take advantage of that again, and I think he might actually make the most of it, especially since one gate opening going to limit the amount of stalkers that can be available for the defense. So let's keep an eye on that. But we are 700 views on the channel away from 100,000 channel views. That is outstanding. Should I do something special for 100,000 views? I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought. Oh, Ryan's just gonna come in here. I gotta stop talking about that. I gotta start talking about this. This is actually pretty decent damage here. PAPI hallucinates a couple of stalkers to maybe give an indication that he should back off. But Ryan gets a nice amount of damage here. What's the exchange? I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, how much energy does this Oracle have? It has enough. It's got enough. But that Oracle not gonna be able to see the light of day ever again. Does get picked off. 3 more workers getting cleaned up is nice behind it, but certainly not the exchange that he was hoping for. Forge coming down alongside the Twilight Council for PAPI. No Forge for Ryan. Ryan's going to opt for additional gateway. It's not going to be much more. It's just going to be an additional gateway. But proxy pylon once again to keep things aggressive. Is this going to be an actual third base? I think so. I don't think there's a reason for him to draw a fake at this point. But he is going to come in with a lot of aggression. It is it's an equal amount of army value. What do we have in the units tab? Going to be more stalkers here for Ryan by just a little bit, especially since there is a giant blink up here into the main. This could be a scary situation. We got to watch the stasis ward here. One giant blink of this army onto that situation, and it could be all over for our red Protoss player here. He does draw the ire of 1, but that could be just a fake. This could be the blink forward that, yeah, he's trying to bait him forward. He is not going to do it, though. The observer is going to see the shenanigans that are happening here, and I think Ryan is going to have to evacuate at some point. It was a good attempt here by the blue Protoss player, and he is going to get some extended damage on top of it as a result. He manages to grab some stalkers over here at the third base location. Those units are going to be forfeit, but now it's going to be a back and forth here. Recall has already been used, so the probes do have to get pulled off of the line. Oracle going to try and find some more damage as well. It's just going to kind of park itself there. It's resigned itself to mediocrity. Hey, some really good blink micro here, but PAPI's going to come in with the defender's advantage. It's another set of stalkers here on top of this immortal. Losing this immortal is actually a big piece of damage here. That's an expensive unit that he just didn't get a whole lot of advantage for. Another shield battery overcharge does get popped. Is PAPI going to try and move across the map? It's unclear at this time, but right now Ryan sitting up almost an entire mineral line's extra worth of probes. Additional production being brought in here. 4 more gateway? Yeah, 4 more gateway. Not quite an all-in situation. But there was a lot lost here in this battle. Looks like it's a little bit worse for Ryan, all things considered, but having this proxy warp gate out across the map is still advantageous. So right now, Ryan able to take a bit of an army advantage here. He does, actually very behind on his upgrades here. So +1 only halfway done. PAPI already en route to his +2. The upgrade disparity is not to be ignored at this point. PAPI also getting out to his robotics bay on top of things. So he'll have access to those disruptors. Like I said, it's the playstyle that he felt comfortable doing. He might not have felt as comfortable playing against it, perhaps. but maybe he's going to feel better about playing into it. Okay, picking up the observer is pretty good. Ryan does have a significant army advantage at this point. If he can get himself secured, this actually might be a good push. 78 to 48. PAPI is down 30 army supply, and there's only one shield battery here at this base. Shield battery overcharge is good, but is it that good? We will have to find out. A couple of immortals here working away in the center. The blinks are going to go backwards and cause some problems, but immediately the shield battery overcharge does get cleaned up. An additional warp-in is not going to happen, but I'm not sure if Ryan's going to need it here. 69 to 36 army supply. The disruptors are being built on the battle site here. I don't know if those are going to be allowed to finish here. Blinks continue to work their way around, but now Ryan is starting to lose out of steam in this push here. 13 probes do get killed off, though, and there are additional charge lots coming up here to aid in the fight, but I don't know that those are going to find what they are looking for, perhaps. Ryan on the losing end of the army engagement, but he picks off a fair number of workers as well. So does PAPI choose to push here? No, he doesn't. Or at least he's waiting for the entirety of his army to get set up. +2 just started now here for Ryan. That plus that upgrade advantage working very, very well in his favor. But I think Ryan is staying relatively all in. He has so many minerals. He needs to warp, needs to get warp-ins happening. Okay, there he finally goes, but he still has about 1,000 minerals. Imagine if he was able to get additional zealots. Okay. PAPI not going to be able to get those adepts locked into place, but a fourth base, again, on the way here for PAPI. PAPI does take a worker advantage. He also has an army advantage on top of it. Here's the warp prism. Okay, now we're finally equalizing the economy by a little bit. Oh, this army is a little bit out of position, but here come the disruptors. Disruptor shots are going to get canceled by the first one. The second one gets picked off. The third one gets picked off. Well, the disruptor count is very, very low, and these are dangerously low. All of the disruptors have been killed off now. The Archons and the Zealots are going to be able to get a lot of work done here on the ramp. That splash damage should be very, very important here. The shield battery overcharge does get popped, so Ryan going to take a step back here. But I think PAPI realizes that he has an opportunity to continue getting extended damage done. But with the lack of those disruptors, one does get popped in the backside here. PAPI on the verge of cleaning up this game and taking us to a game number 5. Dark Shrine coming down for PAPI as well. Oh, it's a nice little back and forth here. I think PAPI is going to slowly start pulling away here. He is grabbing a bit. Well, he sees the proxy. That might be might be a point of contention here. But DTs are going to be complicating. One photon cannon might be enough, especially if paired with a shield battery overcharge, but you'd really hate to burn that overcharge. You don't have to. He actually burned it too late. I think this might become very quickly game number 3, or game number 5, rather. Depends on how this engagement goes. Disruptor shots all miss. Okay, DTs do get cleaned up. Okay. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Ryan's just hanging on here, but PAPI has the significant advantage at this point. He's just going to be able to overwhelm his opponent. I'm not looking at anything. That warp prism getting picked off is probably the nail in the coffin here. Because I don't think Ryan has any means of stopping this push. DTs on both sides. They can't see each other. Oh my gosh. Disruptor shots clean up a majority of those. Clean up a majority of all of those units. We're going to go to a game number 5. PAPI, bringing it back. And now we head over to NA for the final game in this series. Well played. It is going to be Adepts versus Stalkers now. The Adepts have been a staple for Ryan here in these past couple of games. But he's going to stay on Adepts. That illustrates possible aggression here. Let's see. I'm sorry for the little stuttering there for a second. Okay, so the scouting will stay pretty good here. Additional Adepts. I think this is just going to be a big Adept push. Yeah. Very possible that we might see additional gateway get tossed down here. A robotics facility is coming online as well. And we have a proxy pylon. Oh yeah, that is exactly the case here. Phoenix is going to come across the map and should spot, excuse me, not a whole lot here. We'll see that second base getting finished up. The probes are getting pulled. The probes have been pulled. Oh, PAPI knows. PAPI knows. All right. Picks off the, I mean, Ryan should have a sense here of the lack of damage that's coming down onto these Adepts. He should have a sense. But they desperately want those, yeah, the sentries, and he's gonna get him. No, he's not. So aggressive, but not damaging. Not in a grand scheme. If we look at the battle report here, really, not that much. All right. Twilight Council Forge incoming. There will be an Immortal. Neither player getting out to their third base just yet. Both players just checking out for that third base location. And neither one of them seeing it just yet. The sentry's actually almost getting that knocked down. So sentries on the defense back at home for Ryan. PAPI, though, has a decent amount of stalkers in position here for a defense as well. Blink going to be finished up here, and +1 a little bit faster for PAPI. What does PAPI have for production? Does PAPI have more than 2 gateway? No. But he does have 2 in production. The immortal count's getting pretty high here. I mean, PAPI's just going to try and build a ton of stalkers at this rate, and I think he just wants to get into Blink Stalker Disruptor. All right, so +1 now finished up for Ryan, and it looks like Ryan is going to try and come out here for a bit of a push. Now, having the additional immortals here is a good advantage. Where did that third immortal go? Were there not 3? Yeah. Why is 1 back at home? Is it stuck? Oh, he just forgot it. I think he just forgot it. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. I mean, this army is all caught out at the third base location. He's gonna lose he's gonna lose the cybernetics core. So that is not going to be good for PAPI. PAPI does not have any stalker weapons at this rate. Although I think yeah, the sentries. Oh no! The sentries get picked up last second, but only to be mass murdered. Oh, that giant blink, PAPI. Wowza. Almost gets the fake out at the third base location, but then has the wherewithal to bring his stuff back with a recall. Oh, brutal. PAPI's got 60 army supply to the 38 of Ryan. No amount of warpins is going to save this. I mean, and the shield batteries are not quite done yet either. I don't think there's a situation where PAPI can overextend this. Hey, he clips the first shield battery. He's just going to go home. He's just going to back up. He doesn't realize how good he has it. I think that was PAPI's moment. Okay, so fourth base going to come down here for PAPI. Same thing with Ryan. Ryan's going to take the top left corner. He's going to grab the blue mineral line comparatively to PAPI. He's going to try and grab that gold. Gold base is a little bit more exposed, but +2 on the way for both players as well. Charge already done for Ryan. Disruptors are available, but Ryan gonna get his DT shrine up and running. Meanwhile, PAPI already has his. It seems like PAPI trying to lean into this push timing. Yeah, he should be able to get this. Ryan's army is going to be caught way too far out here. This base will get canceled. That's going to allow this Nexus to get finished up as well. Oh, disruptor shots get blinked up on. Ryan is not going to be able to pursue this very well, though. The think Ryan feels the pressure here. Knowing that he lost out on his 4th base, PAPI has a significant army lead. Oh, giant blink forward onto the Immortals. A few of those Stalkers do end up going down, but I don't know. I mean, he needs the disruptor shots of the Sentry, and I don't think he's going to get him. A big blink forward on top of those disruptors. A 4th base is going to get canceled once again. 12 workers have gone down here. 15 workers have gone down. 17 workers have gone down. It's just continued damage here. Wow. So many of those valuable workers. PAPI's going to take a 5th base behind it. Ryan is on life support right now. Outstanding stuff. +3 just about to finish up for both players. But this is not looking great here. PAPI is clicking along. If we look at that income advantage, the income graph is so very, very high. And even really good disruptor shots. I mean, Ryan needs about 2 or 3 armies worth of advantageous disruptor shots. Workers have gone down. Oh, DTs have ravaged the main. DTs have ravaged the main. This is too much. Yeah, Ryan's gonna have to tap out. PAPI makes it. He cleans up game number 5 and advances forward 3-2 into the grand finals. Well played by PAPI. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button so you can catch more of my videos as they are released. If you want more Rushi content, feel free to find me on Twitch and Twitter. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.